What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so I want to make a stunning announcement in this particular video because I think that it's an absolute crime that this man, who I think is arguably the greatest baseball player the game has ever seen, I find it a crime that he's not in the Hall of Fame. I think it's an absolute crime and a travesty to this great ball player's legacy that he's not in Cooperstown. The fact that you have lesser players, who I'm not going to name, but there's some guys in history that you look at them, they're good, but in what world are some of these dudes in the Hall of Fame, but not the Michael Jordan of baseball? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So, I want to formally announce that Barry Lamar Bonds, I believe his name is Barry Lamar Bonds, will be the inaugural inductee into the Lions Den Baseball Communities Hall of Fame. So that basically means I'm going to create here, since it does not exist, the Lions Den Baseball Community. And Barry Lamar Bonds is the inaugural inductee into the LDBC, in this case, Lions Den Baseball Communities Hall of Fame. This man had an unbelievable career. He played from 1986 to 2007 and wanted to continue playing, but Major League Baseball used this man for the record, which he broke in 2007, and then blackballed or more whiteballed him, depending on how you want to use it or what term you want to use, from baseball. Because I remember vividly during the 2007 offseason, there was talk about Barry Lamar Bonds signing as a free agent with the New York Yankees. Although he was, at the time, 44 years of age, about the turn, I think it was 44. But I think he wanted to play one more year. And if he was going to be signed for the Yankees, or with the Yankees, right, they have that short right field. He's a left-handed hitter. He could have easily hit 35 to 40 home runs and flirted with and exceeded 800 home runs. But be as it may, he played from 1986 to 1992 with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and then from 1993 to 2007 with the San Francisco Giants. He never won a World Series, but he did appear in the World Series, I believe it was 2002, against the then Anaheim Angels. And he put on an absolute show in that World Series. This is a guy that, prior to that World Series, had a little bit of a history of underperforming in the postseason. And that was used against him a lot, against his legacy. But I noticed these same people never brought the fact that Ted Williams, who is usually regarded as the greatest hitter of all time, had a terrible postseason record, but that was never used against him. Barry Lamar Bonds, 14-time All-Star, 7-time National League MVP, all-time record, 8 times Golden Gloves, 12 Silver Slugger Awards, 3 times he won the Hank Aaron Award, the National League Hank Aaron Award. Twice he was the batting champion. All of this during his late 30s and early 40s. Twice he led the National League in home runs, 1993 and 2001. He led the National League in RBIs in 1993. His number 25 retired by the San Francisco Giants. He's in the Pittsburgh Pirates Hall of Fame, an honor that he was bestowed upon recently. He's in the San Francisco Giants Wall of Fame. Major League records that he holds: 762 career home runs, 73 home runs, single season. He broke That in 2001, record previously set by Mark McGwire. The home run record he broke in 2007, previously set by Hank Aaron. 2,558 career bases on balls. I believe he broke the record previously held as far as walks. I think the prior record holder, I think it was either Babe Ruth or Ted Williams. I think it was Babe Ruth. 232 bases on balls in a single season, smashing the prior record. A 609 career on base percentage in a single season, all time record. 863 slugging percentage in a single season, all time record, breaking the prior record of 847 held by Babe Ruth. This guy is the greatest slugger perhaps the game has ever seen. And he's the only player to have a home run at bat ratio less than 7 at bats in a season. I think he did that in the 2001 season when he hit an amazing 73 home runs and just 476 official at bats. This man was unbelievable. Unbelievable player. And by the way, he graduated in 1986 from Arizona State with a degree in criminology. And this man was truly remarkable as a player. And, you know, people forget that this guy was he was an above average defensive left fielder. And he was a 5-tool player, especially early on in his career. Remember, he's the only member, if I'm not mistaken, of the 400-400 club. 400 home runs, 400 stolen bases, and he became the only member of the 500-500 club, 500 stolen bases, 500 home runs. So, remarkable player. And like I said before, people love to use their excuse about steroids, but explain to me why David Ortiz is in the Hall of Fame. Explain to me why Alex Rodriguez probably is going to get into the Hall of Fame. But Barry Lamar Bonds isn't in. And he's not the only one I'm going to announce to be put into this thing. I know there's other guys, but I wanted to do a video especially for Barry Lamar Bonds. And whether you liked him or not, he was considered the best player in the 1990s. Ken Griffey Jr. is very popular and was more well-liked, but amongst his contemporaries, Barry Bonds was that dude. And even if you think he did something illegal, he still won 3 MVP awards before 1999. And even if you take his career from 86 to 99, that's still first ballot Hall of Fame. So even if you want to make the excuse that you think he did something afterwards, still first ballot Hall of Famer. So that's all I got to say about that. And no, he didn't put on 30 pounds of muscle in one off season. If you look at each year, Barry Bonds got a little bit bigger. When he first came into the game, he was about 176 pounds, 1986. By 1989, he was about 190 pounds. By 91, he was 195. 1993, he was 200. Remember, in 1993, he led the National League with home runs with 46. So he already just had displayed power then. In 1994, if I'm not mistaken, in that strike shortened year, on August 12th, when the season came to an end, he had 37 home runs, probably on pace to hit 45 to 50. But people want to conveniently forget these things. In 1996, he hit 42 home runs. In 1997, he hit 40. People forget these things. In 2000, he hit 49 home runs. And at that point in time, he was well over 200 pounds. So, salute to Barry Bonds, the inaugural inductee into the LDBC Hall of Fame.